Hey there, this is David Bradley. I'm up here in the top corner, Senior Sales and Marketing Manager with Grant Cardone. First and foremost, really appreciate you pushing pause in your day to pop in here and take a look at Cardone On Demand with me. Time is the most precious thing we have. I know yours is precious, so just thanks for doing that. In the next couple minutes, I'm going to tell you what Cardone On Demand is. I'm also going to tell you what it's not. I'm going to show you how we support the program, and then I'm going to go over the top 3 to 4 ways that our clients are using this program right now to generate more sales volume, higher profits with happier customers, and at the same time, reducing extraneous costs and expanding market share. That's right. We're going to do all that for you. Okay. So first and foremost, let me just show you sort of where we come in. Okay. Product knowledge. That's you and the OEM. You guys handle that, and you guys handle it very well. So we're not going to mess with that. Also, what's the company's history? How do we function at the dealership? What are the dealership's processes? What are the core values of the company? How do we use the CRM, right? All of that stuff you're doing as well. We don't want to mess with that either. Where we come in is this. We want to be this sort of a third party, fundamental, basic layer on the bottom where you guys have ongoing sales training, where management has what they need for running sales meetings and sales coaching, leadership, development. Salespeople have what they need to function better on social media, handling objections, staying motivated, keeping their head on right, closing more deals, following up with customers. That is where we come in. And when you put us in this layer, 15 to 30% increase in production and revenue, pretty common occurrence over here. And typically we can show you that result in the first 90 days on our program. Okay. So, we have training inside Cardone On Demand to cover everything, basically, right? And so you can start thinking with this now. If we could get Grant Cardone in your store every single day for 20 minutes a day to work with your team on just one thing and just get them totally dialed in on one thing, where would you start? Which one of these would you pick? And when you've isolated the one that's sort of grinding your gears right now, just think about this. Every one of my salespeople, how many salespeople do you have? Is it safe to say that we're probably losing at least 1, if not 3 deals per person? And when you take that number and then you add your gross per copy onto that thing and you look at like, ow, right? Does that sting a little bit? Would me, did me, okay? So just let me give you a sense as to what we do here. Let me tell you what the program is not. Cardone On Demand is not us flipping a switch on a website somewhere in cyberspace and then disappearing like Kaiser Soze, okay? Our job literally is to keep you on the rails the whole time. We need to make sure that you get the 3 magic letters, the R, the O, and the I. And so we're going to be here with you guys every single step of the way. Let me tell you how to make sales training work. And whether you decide to do business with me or not, do these 3 things. When we do these 3 things, sales training works. Okay, number 1, assess the current situation. Where are we at? And then I want to set some short-term goals for improvement based on a long-term target. So that would be like a 90-day goal, okay, attached to, say, a 3-year target, okay? And then it's important that we establish some consistent communication with us to make sure that we stay on the rails, that we are using the program, and that we are getting the R, the O, and the I, right? Real-time reporting and accountability is built into this program, okay? And the bottom line with the reporting and accountability is this. You can check it anytime you want. That's fine. But you can also rest easy knowing that you've got a second set of eyes on this sucker for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's us, okay? Our training segments come with testing and practical exercises. So when we are doing coaching with our clients, we're looking at the passing percentages. We're looking at the ratio of trained to total users. And if it gets below 85%, major red flag, I want to address it as early as I possibly can so we can figure out the cause and handle it before it metastasizes into something awful. Training for managers. It's the first step, okay? Managers need this as much as salespeople. And with managers, we want to do a couple different things. Number 1, management needs good content with an effective process to transfer skill and motivate salespeople. 67% of an employee base at any given time is disengaged. That's a pre-COVID stat, mind you, okay? So that their body's at work, and that's about it, okay? So that will have a direct impact on the customer experience. And the number 1 reason salespeople get labeled as lazy is that they just don't know what they're doing. So we want to give them an environment where it's safe for them to learn and practice, especially in a place where there isn't a deal writing on it. Does that make sense? Because when emotion goes up, intelligence goes down, right? And if there's no process for training, we're looking at about a 3 to 5% rate of retention. However, with an effective training process, you can see a 70 to 90% increase in production, retention, and duplication, meaning they start doing what you actually tell them to do. So let's give managers a formula and the tools that they need to transfer skill while getting their salespeople on point, on mission, focused, and engaged. Okay. Second thing is we want to give managers what they need so they can be better managers, better leaders, right? We want our managers to be the kind of manager that a salesperson thinks back on later, 20 years down the road, as the person that made the difference, that changed everything for them. Okay. Those are the kind of managers we want to help develop. New hires. I don't know what your turnover rate is like, but for us, the ultimate goal is to get a new hire producing like a veteran, and we want to do that in 90 days or less. This way they come out of the gate selling more. They need less support from you, from management, because they're trained correctly. They know more, and consequently they start having wins earlier, which reduces the turnover, and then it also creates a way less awkward customer experience. What about the rest of your team, your veterans? Okay, how do you wake these people up? They probably got comfortable. They're probably leaving 3 to 5 deals a month on the table because they're doing just fine. Okay. To level up a veteran, they need consistency and they need correction. And we have a certification program in here that is 3 years deep, specifically designed to give consistency of training. That's you thinking with this 10 minutes daily training every single morning before they start talking to a customer, right? This way they're warmed up. They're warming up on Grant, not your ad budget. Okay. That's the consistency of training. Correction. They also need correction. So imagine when you were selling, when you first got started, if you had a virtual library full of relevant, very specific solutions, not training, but solutions to every single problem that you ever faced as a salesperson, what would that have been worth to you? Okay. So we want to provide that for every single salesperson. So the question I would ask is, could you see yourself incorporating some of this management training, new hire training, veteran training? Could you see yourself incorporating some of this or all of this into your existing training process? And would you like to see how we can customize this to you and your company? If the answer is yes, then the next question would be when you want to do that. Okay. You can call me 310-777-0352, email david@grantcardone.com, or just visit cardoneondemand.info to get on my calendar. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your time, and be great, because nothing else pays. See you soon.